always told my grandchildren, kids, and that life is what you make it. That's so many advice, and also get an education.
I think there's lots to say to young people. The last thing they need to be worried about is having this stigma. We were raised to be called half-breeds as if it was something wrong with it. In our peoples, we have all kinds of Métis people. We have Dene, we have Cree, we have all the various First Nations.
And like I was saying, I was raised in a convent, and I never spoke any other language other than Cree when I went in.
There you go. So for children, for young people, the purpose of coming back is to feel okay about oneself, feel good about oneself, about your culture. It's a rich culture if you get to know it. So that's an important element. But at the same time, you want to be able to mix with the rest of the world and feel good about being in that world and have something to offer in that world. And that's a story that we've been hiding. And so if we can tell it with confidence, with laughter, and tell it with pride, wouldn't that be awesome? Métis play a huge role in the development of Canada, a big role in developing and evolving into what is today Canada. If our young people know that, the history books don't say that, the school doesn't say that, but if they were to say these ancestors fought to make sure Canada was inclusive. So in Riel's statement for the provisional government, he said, I want the French language to be acknowledged. I want the First Nations. He called the First Nations in, by the way, and consulted with them. When he got hung, there was 7 other First Nations that were hung with him. No one talks about that. When he died, he put the anchor, the sword into the ground and said, this is not going to die. We're going to be here forever. We're not going anywhere. He was a martyr for standing up and for what he believed in. I don't know if people understand the significance of that. And so that's part of Canada. People can write all kinds of stories. We're part of Canada. All our people had to break the way, had to plow the way, had to be pioneers. And it wasn't so good being Métis. And I know that when I came up here, not everybody was holding their heads up. It took a long time because they told me, well, I can't get a job, I won't get a contract, all these kind of crazy things, It's like, our people today don't have to do that. Young people can just claim, declare, I'm a Métis, and there's no stigma attached to that because we've come a long ways. Our young people have such opportunity because of the hard work that the old people did, grinded it out, the beatings they took, that kind of stuff, So what would I say to them again? Hold your head up.
That's just like my grandchildren. They have 2 nationalities to deal with. And I'll tell you, the black part of the nationality is worse than a native, what they have to go through today.